Let me introduce our next speaker, who is Dr. Vincent Wu from Taipei, Taiwan, on behalf of NSARF, and he's going to discuss reassessing AKD care and outcomes.
Just thank you for your nice introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my honor and privilege to speak here. First of all, I thank Ravi invited me here. I'm Vincent Wu from Taiwan. Now, topic is the abandon the traditional religious belief of the AKD care. I have no declare. I think this is a beautiful and happy Santiago, but we talk about the complex and the tough of the AKD. Is AKD is an important issue? I think it's true. But it's a traditional belief religion, and we need a superstar to guide us the future about the areas of the truth. Therefore, AKD is very important. And from our study before, we showed the AKD had an impact on cardiovascular, on brain, on bone, and GI tract effect. Therefore, we should everything to motivate its effect. From our meta-analysis of 1 million patients, we showed the patients with the AKI in hospital, they get 20.3% risk of the AKD, and it will increase in patients who ever get AKI. The study from mainland China showed the AKD risk stage. AKI stage is increased the risk of the AKD. Another study from Taiwan of 8,000 patients find the higher the AKD stage, the more likely it will become the AKD. But what made the AKD a dilemma? Because traditionally, AKD separates the AKI from the CKD, and the long distance is the CKD. But nowadays, we find that even the patient without the AKI, the AKD will have high impact in patients' all-cause mortality and long-term dialysis. Therefore, from our meta-analysis of 21 journal and 21 patients, we find regardless of baseline kidney function and the status of the surgery, AKD will increase the risk of all-cause mortality. In our words, we find patients with AKD with or without AKI will increase all-cause of mortality and the risk of ESKD, and the odds ratio is almost the same. A study from UK of 56,000 patients after the AKI, 1/3 of them will not get kidney function recovery. However, at the end of the AKD, 30.5% of them will get kidney function recovery. Therefore, the AKD stage is hemodynamic unstable. Therefore, we need a biomarker at the AKI stage to predict ongoing kidney function reserve and persist AKI. But there are so many biomarkers, including in the cardiac surgery ICU, in the coronary ICU, in sepsis ICU, and the PANC, NGAR, CCL14, or furosemide stress test, even the digital health profiles, all are the candidates. All the biomarkers for us, just like the blind man touch the different part of the elephant, we do not know which one is better. For example, the PRO-ANC is a good choice from our meta-analysis of 2,000 patients. We found it's a polypeptide hormone and with good sensitivity than specificity, and it could predict the patient with persistent AKI. And the CCL14 is another choice from our meta-analysis of 1,000 patients. It's a chemokine, and the area under curve is 0.84. Even the furosemide stress test from Taiwan study will find it could predict AKI progression, and the start of dialysis. At this time, we have digital health profile, especially in resource-limited country, it could predict AKI and do adjust the bundle care use. However, all the biomarker is just like a poker. We do not know which one is better from different study design, different setting, and different outcome. But whoever approaches the finish line in nowadays, therefore, we should consider go back to the traditional gold plate fight of a creatinine. It may have benefits. But there are so many creatinine, including the baseline creatinine, AKI severity, AKD stage, and post-AKD kidney function. But which creatinine is the most important? From our study of 8,000 patients, we found almost 44% of them have kidney function less than the baseline kidney function in terms of the AKD dip. We found the patient get AKD dip at AKD stage will increase the risk of all-cause mortality and major cardiovascular event, but decrease the risk of redialysis. Therefore, we found that the AKD stage, the AKD 0 is the most component and is poor distinctive to predict patient's outcome. Therefore, the baseline kidney function, the lower baseline kidney function, the higher AKD, CKD states will increase the risk of the all-cause cardiovascular events. The baseline kidney function and the post-AKD states will increase all-cause mortality, ESKD, MSC, and readmission, but not AKD stage. Therefore, what should we do? What we will do is to stop AKI revolution from AKI to CKD, especially the golden time at the AKD stage. What's the AKD specific risk factor? It's in addition to traditional age, sepsis, or shock-related factor, especially in the metabolic factor. The metabolic phase is in addition to organic lesion, neurohormone dysfunction, and it's despite of the previous CKD or ESRD will increase patients' all-cause mortality. Therefore, there are many pillars in all society. We should also have pillars in AKD treatment. The traditionally we use diuretic steroid statin, and most we do is wait and see. However, here comes the revised 4 pillars of AKD therapy. It's Blackpink. Absolutely, the slide is wrong. I proposed the updated 4 pillars of RAS-BRK, of the SGLT2 inhibitor, and incretin system, as well as the care bundle. Do I have given the evidence? Yes, I'll show you the results. Previous week, we have 600 patient follow-up, 9 years. We found the patient with AA could decrease all cause of ESKD after AKD. And our meta-analysis, the AA could decrease new onset of dialysis and all cause of mortality. Even the patient with advanced CKD, the AA could decrease the risk of ESRD, but we should watch out for the possibility of hyperkalemia. Even the MR antagonist of spironolactone will decrease the risk of ESKD after AKD if patients use this kind of medication at the AKD period. In addition to that, if we add the AMP-BMP inhibitor additional to the ARB in terms of the ANI in heart failure patients, we also find that they could decrease 33% of mortality, MAC, and readmission. How about the extremely popular of the incretin system medication? Please, we have shown the DP4 inhibitor user in AKD period could decrease 90% of all-cause mortality and as well as ESKD. And we found at the AKD period, only 4.5% of our cohort patients use GLP-1 RA is very limited. But if a patient uses the GLP-1 at this point, it could decrease all-cause mortality, MAC, and MACE. We could see the subgroup analysis. This effect is good across all different of baseline kidney function. And especially the long-acting GLP-1 has good effect. It's better than short-term GLP-1 How about the magic bullet of SGLT2 inhibitor? We think it also help, and from our cohort of 5,000 patients with SGLT2 inhibitor. In patients with use SGLT2 in AKD period is only 2.3% from our cohort, but it did decrease all-cause mortality, MACs, and MACE. This data also external validation from Taiwan's day cohort, and it shows the same result. Most importantly, we could see is the result is a constant distributed all-cause of baseline kidney function and with patient with AA user or non-user. They all could decrease all-cause mortality, MAC, and MACE in this analysis. Then I will talk about the starting and the comprehensive care in terms of bundle care. We have showed in 6,000 patients, the patient used the starting at the AKD period could decrease further new onset of redialysis or cause mortality. And you could see from the picture, from the KDIGO guideline and the AHA consensus, we have showed the patient use GLP-1 SGLT2, AA, and the statin all could have good benefit in metabolic patients with in AKD patients with metabolic disorder. Therefore, we just like Atlas hanging up a huge stone, and the stone is very heavy because of the heavy crowd. It's a combo of hypertension, hyperglycemia, and we should adjust the medication. However, limit of a patient after AKI have ever transferred to the nephrologist department. But are there different people? Both nephrologist and the non-nephrologist. I think the nephrologist seen good on acid-base imbalance, electrical disturbance, because we are one team. Therefore, the slogan is the AKD Health for All. We including pharmacists and dietitians and the nurse. We have get a good result. Yes, from our data analysis, we show if we care by nephrologist at the AKI, it could decrease 30% of mortality. And we focus on hyperlipidemia, hypertension, and diabetics. Therefore, we get good results. From our meta-analysis of all current study about the post-AKI care, we find that if we follow up a nephrologist department, it could decrease 24% of all-cause mortality. The study from Thailand is extremely good result, and followed by pharmacists, the nutritionists, and nephrologists. After 1 year, they could decrease the proteinuria and do good blood pressure control. A study from retrospective of Taiwan cohort, 10,000 patients followed by 1.4 years, we find the truth. The earlier, the better. If follow patients follow up by the multidisciplinary care team at early stage has a better benefit on decrease all-cause mortality and the risk of redialysis. Therefore, we give the slogan of maintenance. We do the medication, the drug dose adjustment. We do stop and the start of the medication. We do the recognition. Therefore, for example, if patient of AKD, he got severe vomiting or diarrhea, we should stop the SGLT2 inhibitor or metformin as well as AA as soon as possible, at least 48 hours. Therefore, nobody which knows the key of the Solomon, but we will provide the patient opportunity to recover from the AKD, both kidney function and therefore good outcomes. Therefore, we should rethink back the 5R we do at the risk assessment and the response. And therefore, there is a war between the AKD to the CKD. But by working together, we will find the tiny light at the end of the tunnel. Here comes my conclusion. We need a biomarker, we need 4 pillars for AKD patient treatment, and we need a multidisciplinary care. Finally, welcome to Taiwan. Thank you everybody.